and we are going to get started in our Essential Oils 101 course. Hopefully a few of you are out there going to join in, and we're going to go through this class of where I will hopefully be able to convey to you a few different ideas and some of the principles behind essential oils, how we can use them, how they might help your body, and how they come about and where we get these things. And so that is what we're going to try and do tonight. You can join with us on our Facebook page, our Facebook group, The Wellness Agenda, or you can join us here on Zoom, and we are going to give it a go and see how it all turns out. So first, I just want to say I'm so thrilled. Thank you. Welcome for being here. My name is Jonathan Wilms. I am the owner-operator of this group we call The Wellness Agenda, where we are hoping to help people find overall wellness in their lives. Some of that has to do with finding good relationships and networking, finding wellness in your finances. But what we're going to talk about tonight and how it affects us tonight is finding wellness in our bodies. And one of the ways in which I think this is fantastic to do is through essential oils, living a more healthy lifestyle, and putting good things into our bodies to help us out, to have longevity, to have quality of life, and things of that nature. And so that is what we're going to do tonight. So if I refer to this group called The Wellness Agenda, don't be freaked out. That's just what I've decided to call ourselves to help us understand some of these concepts and have the bigger business in mind. So why are we here? Hopefully you are here because you want to learn something about essential oils, and we will get there. I will get into some of that teaching. But I want to kind of share with you kind of why I want to do this and how we got started. So back a few years ago, in 2016, 2017, my family began to use essential oils. It actually started a lot further than that, but I became aware that my family was using essential oils in trying to promote a more healthy lifestyle. And so they were looking for alternative ways to support good health, and essential oils was an avenue in which that came into our lives. In 2017, I went out to the company that I promote, and the one that I advocate for is called Young Living Essential Oils. I went out to their grand convention in 2017 and just was going there for discovery, saying, okay, what is this product? What is this business? How are people living the way they are through the use of these products and supplements and all these other things? And so I went to this grand convention and went to many classes, talked to many people, went and saw many speakers to learn about how essential oils have helped their lives. And so there were many, many testimonies of how people have incorporated essential oils into their everyday lives and how it has benefited them greatly. And so then I took all that back home here to Tennessee and decided what I was going to do about it. So I did my own research. I spent many, many hours book learning, watching videos, as you should do. So the first thing that you need to know about this class is it's only in part. I only can teach you so much. And so you are going to yourself have to take ownership of this and say, hey, if I really want to learn what's going on, if I really want to learn how to use these products to the best of their ability, to use them safely, to have understanding before I consume things and put them into my body, bring them into my home, you need to learn yourself. I would say that is why education is important to me, is because it's for the purpose of teaching. I am a person who kind of just throws myself all in all of a sudden. And so as soon as I learn something, I want to teach it, because then I know that I will really understand the thing once I have to teach it. So you're going to need to get yourself one of these or many other resources, a field guide, a notebook, something that will convey to you what essential oils do, how they work, how they operate, how they affect our bodies. And we're going to go into some of those things today in the class, but really take ownership of this and say, hey, I'm going to spend 1 hour a week dedicated to the purpose of learning about essential oils, about the supplements, about the chemistry, about terpenes and mytophytenes and all those other inines and all the chemistry behind it and how it actually works in the human body. Set aside time to actually learn that, because it's important for you to know before you try anything, in my opinion, to really have an understanding or grasp of the product, so that you can with confidence say, I am using this and it's going to do good things for me, and I've made a well-informed decision. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through this process, hopefully not take too much time in doing this, but do it effectively. So we're going to jump in. I'm going to share with you my slides. So here we are. We are Young Living Essential Oils basic class, or the 101 course of essential oils. And let's just get in. So like I said, you are very welcome here. I just want to say I'm excited. It's going to be a good night. This is actually the first online course that I have taught. And so we're going to see how it goes. We're working out the kinks in the platform, and hopefully with some of your feedback, either on our Facebook page or through your email or however you communicate back to me or to the team, let's figure out how to do this better, because this is for the purpose of learning and education. And I want to get you guys the best information possible. I want to give you the best experience possible so that you and your teams can learn effectively, then take that information and replicate it over and over and over again. So what are essential oils? Where in the world do they come from? Let's just jump in and get started and figure out what this is, what these things are. I mean, they're not new. Let me first say that. They are not a new thing. They didn't just appear. Essential oils have been around for a very, very long time. It's only in the more recent years, though, that you have seen this influx of essential oils companies and products. We see them now on Amazon and Walmart, and we see all these different companies, my company, Young Living, and there's doTERRA, and there's Aromalife, and there's just tons and tons of companies out there. And it's like all of a sudden they're here. But I want to say that essential oils have been around for thousands of years. They've been around helping people support good health for a very long time. It's only here in the United States that we would kind of call it a new trend. And but they were mentioned all the way back in Scripture. We can see this in the Bible, back in the book of Genesis, that there were essential oils back then. Myrrh is an essential oil. We know in Jesus's time, when Jesus was born, there was frankincense and myrrh present. Frankincense is essential oil. Myrrh is essential oil. It was mentioned over 1,000 times directly in the Bible. We have many, many other sources. We know it's very prolific in Indian culture and Chinese culture. And so essential oils have been with us for a very long time. This is not something new. So we don't have to be afraid of it. We don't have to be intimidated by this new trend or concept. Because they've been around. They just haven't been around us, I would say, or haven't been around me for very long. This was really a rediscovery thing after World War II, when people were saying, hey, are there alternatives to conventional medicine to help us support our bodies healthfully? And essential oils were the answer to that question. And so they were brought to the US, they were brought to the Western civilization, and you've seen this revitalization of the essential oils. And that's just why you see so many companies and so many things coming today, is because they're new and appearing, and it's a trendy thing, but it's also good for your health and for your body. Essential oils and water is a great thing. So what can they actually support? So the cool thing about essential oils is they really can support any body system, any part of your body, whether you're dealing with your dermis, with your skin, with your internal organs, with any part of your body, your hormones, your emotions, things like that. We are chemical creatures. And so essential oils are compounds that we can use to, I call it biohacking our bodies. And so we can support the skeletal system, the muscular system, circulatory, endocrine, immune system, respiratory, all those different systems. We can support those things with essential oils. And every essential oil has a specific purpose, and the chemical compound will affect a different cell, will affect a different part of your body in a very, very specific way. And so that is why we have so many essential oils. I think there are about 300, maybe just over 300 essential oils known to man. So it's not infinite. It's not that we have this, thousands upon thousands of essential oils out there that we know about. But we do know that we have essential oils that affect all of our bodies in a very particular way. As you get into this, you'll notice that, hey, in your reference manuals, and say I got these 10 essential oils blends or singles that all affect my heart, that all support respiratory systems. And you're like, why in the world would there be 5, 6, 10 different essential oils for that one body system? And one of the reasons is all of our bodies are different. We all have different chemistry. We all have different compounds. We all have a different structure. I mean, we all have DNA and all those other things, but we all are different. And so one essential oil may not work for you the same as it does for me. And that is the cool thing about all these different blends and singles that we have, is that we can support all of our systems very specifically. It's kind of a personal package, because I can use one oil and it may work for me, and you use the same oil and it doesn't work for you, but you can use something else and it will work for you. And that is a great and wonderful thing. So essential oils, we get them from plants, from trees, from leaves, from barks, blossoms. We would consider they are the lifeblood or the essence of a plant. So trees use essential oils in their bodies to fix themselves. When they have salve, things like that, when a plant gets harmed or broken or damaged in some way, the essential oil of the plant is what goes in and supports the plant. And so what we can do is we can take these lifeblood chemicals, these essential oils of the different plants, and we can use them in the same way that the plant is using them. They're concentrated hydrophilic liquids. They are oil. We'll talk about some safety things regards to essential oils a little bit later, but it is oil, and we need to be very conscious of that. And there's really two different ways in which we can get an essential oil. We can get it through distillation. That's probably the most prolific, most common method for most of the essential oils that we get. But we also can get it through cold pressing oil extractions. You would use that for something like for citrus, for lemon or something like that. But we can use essential oils. There's really 3 ways in which we can use essential oils. And there's 3 different kind of mindsets and conventions. Depending on the books that you read, the videos that you watch, or the people that you follow, they will have different ways of using essential oils. And we'll talk about that as well later, about why Young Living has done the things that they've done. But the German way, convention of using essential oils is called aromatically. They use it aromatically, or they use it with diffusion. And so most essential oil companies, including my own, we have a thing called diffusers. We sell them. You add water and you add a few drops of your essential oil. And what it does is it aerates the essential oil, so it's all throughout your space, so you can breathe it in. It's affecting your air. It's going into your circulation systems and all those other things. And we can consume the essential oils aromatically. That is a German convention for consuming essential oils. The English convention for consuming essential oils is topical application. And so that is where we take an essential oil and you can rub it on your hands. You can put it on your neck. You can put it, if you have sore muscles or things like that, you can support those systems by applying those essential oils directly onto the area of discomfort, pain, or things like that to support those systems. We'll talk about in a couple of slides the VitalFlex points, and you can specifically target areas of your body by putting essential oils topically on your feet, and which is kind of weird but kind of cool. When I first heard a lot of these things, I was like, that is kind of strange. I don't know that I'm exactly in favor of those, but we're generally scared or intimidated of things that we do not understand. And so what I'm hopefully going to do today is provide you some understanding. So the French way, it's very French, they like to taste things and consume things, is internal consumption. And so you can take essential oils into your body. Like I said, I have it in my water. I can drop it on my tongue. I can put them in veggie capsules and swallow the essential oils. There's a lot of essential oils that I can take internally to affect my digestive system, to support good diets. There's all different things like that I can do internally with essential oils. And so remember, there are three different ways. There's aromatic, topical, and internal ways to consume the essential oils. So essential oils are the natural defense mechanism for plants and cells. They address problems, not just masking symptoms. You know, one of the problems that I personally have with a lot of modern medications, or I don't want to just go straight to an Advil or things like that, is that I don't want to just mask symptoms and problems. I want to actually find the source of a cause of bad health and figure out what is actually going on here. Now, essential oils can go directly to that source. They can go directly to the cells that need supporting, that need, and they can go in and bond with those cells and support your body in that way. This is what they do for the plants. When the plant says, hey, my branch is broken, I need support on the branch, I need lifeblood, I need the helping compounds that we produce as a plant, the essential oils is what's sent to those areas of the plant. It's a more natural way of supporting your body and your bodily health. And I wouldn't say a super health nut, health advocate, but the longer that I can live, the healthier that I can live now, I know it's going to be more beneficial for me as I go along, because I don't want to be like everyone else with all of the issues and the problems and the imbalances that there are out there. I want to treat my body as well as I possibly can, reduce the amount of chemicals that I input into my body, and live in a holistic, healthy way. So like I said a little bit earlier, we talk about what I call biohacking. So we are all chemical creatures. You are made up of chemical compounds, whether you like it or not. And so what we have with essential oils, we have essential oils. This is a 5 milliliter lavender essential oil. Is we can, what I call biohacking our body. We can chemically manipulate our bodies to react in certain ways. You can do this with your hormones. You can do this with your emotions. You can do this with your thoughts and your mindsets. I mean, how many times do we smell something and it either frustrates us or it makes us cringe, or we smell something really beautiful and nice and we're like, it's so calming. It's not just the feeling. The feeling is the emotion, but the feeling is the chemicals that are being released into your body. And we can actually manipulate those with essential oils if we know what to target and how to target them. One of the ways in which we do this is through the VitalFlex points. The VitalFlex points are points on your feet where they are associated with different parts of your body. This little diagram here shows that kind of like the center of your foot is your lung. And if you were to put your feet together, you kind of see this whole body of the person, and how you can topically add essential oils to your feet, and it will directly affect that part of your body. The cool thing about essential oils and the compounds associated with it is they're smart. The essential oils, they're kind of like the lock and key thing. So when your cell needs supporting in a certain way, the essential oils enter the body and it will lock in and it'll say, I am going to support that system, because that's what the essential oil was designed to do. Now, something really cool about us and our bodies and about essential oils is that they are all producing frequencies. You are producing electric frequencies all the time. Every part of your body, every organ, every thought that you have has an electrical impulse. And so we can actually measure that. There are now pretty cool devices out there that you can get personally. You don't have to just go get testing for this. And you can see what your body's frequency at. The natural human body is between 62 and 78 megahertz. And that is where your body is what we would call peak state. It's in a place of health and whole. It's completely whole. And so if you go below that is where you start to find that you have cold symptoms, or you're getting ill, or viruses are introduced into your body. Generally, the cold and the flu is around 58 megahertz. Your brain is operating at 70 to 78 megahertz. Your heart is 68 to 70 megahertz. And the cool thing about it, so I got a bottle of lavender here. Lavender is at 118 megahertz. So what I can do is, if I have a bodily system that is under the weather, that if I have respiratory systems that are kind of, they're not doing so well and they need supporting, is I can take an essential oil that has the right amount of megahertz, the correct electromagnetic frequency, and I can put that on a vital plex point, and that will go directly into that part of my body and begin to support those cells in need. If you go into all the data, there's tons of charts online about the frequencies of essential oils and how they can affect the body positively or negatively. It's really quite interesting. I think the highest essential oil frequency we know right now is 350, and I think that's Idaho blue spruce. I'm pretty sure of that. I know rose was the highest frequency essential oil for a very long time. But when you consume foods, they also have a certain electromagnetic frequency. And so when you consume processed foods, those have a megahertz of 0. When you have canned foods, they have a pretty much 0. But when you consume fresh fruits and vegetables, and when you have, more natural food components, your body will be able to use those in a more healthy and holistic way. And then we can use the essential oils as supplements to that to support our bodies over and over again. It's a pretty cool thing. So how do they enter our bodies? Like we said, we can use them aromatically, we can use them topically, we can take them internally. There's many, many tests and scientific articles out there. And like I said, you need to be a student for yourself. You need to go and research things and learn things for yourself. But the studies have shown that it takes about 3 seconds for an essential oil, if it's inhaled, to enter your heart, your liver, your body. And that is incredible. Like, that is faster than anything else out there that we can possibly use to help support our bodies. So if I take some lavender, I put it on my hands and I breathe it in, within 3 seconds, it is already entering my bloodstream. It's already affecting my body in a positive way. And so if I'm having a headache, if I'm having digestive issues, I can support those things. I can help in the process of wellness immediately by using essential oils. If I take them orally or topically, usually they're found in the bloodstream within 30 seconds. I mean, 26 seconds is incredible, but it's about 30 seconds. How cool is that? If there is support that you need, essential oils is a great way for you to do that almost immediately. And the thing about essential oils is it's not a pill that fixes all. It lasts in your body for 3 to 6 hours, depending on your chemistry, your body weight, mass, density, all those different things. Because like I said, we are chemical creatures. We all have different bodies. And so we need to be aware of this. And so if I'm looking to support my respiratory system, that is something that I'm going to have to probably do fairly often. It's a whole new lifestyle and approach to life. It's not just, I'm going to take this one time and then it will all be okay. I need to take it over and over and over again to support that body and give it the best chance possible to find wellness. And so the thing that I did to get in this process and this habit was I said, I'm just going to carry essential oils with me everywhere I go, and I'm just going to use them over and over and over again. And I felt a little bit weird doing it at first, but it just became a part of my lifestyle that I said, hey, when I am wanting to rest or feel the peace and calming, I use lavender, because lavender hits the neuroreceptors in my brain that produce calming emotions. It's pretty amazing. And so what I began to do is just see how the essential oils began to transform the way in which I interacted with the world, the way in which my body interacted. And I began to not only sort of control that process, but be able to support it where it needs. If I needed more positive thoughts, if I needed to support it this way or that way, I had an essential oil to do that. And something that I didn't expect that happened fairly quickly is my body recognized when I needed an essential oil. So much so that I never thought I would ever say it, but I began to crave certain essential oils. Like, my body was like, the first thought that came to mind is like, I need peppermint. I need stress away. I need lavender or digize or frankincense, or the different essential oils that I have tried and the things that I've used. And my body began to recognize that, hey, when I am feeling this, when I need support in this way, there is an answer to that question, an answer that has a solution. And so I started to carry these essential oils, and it became very, very important to me in my everyday health and use. So I'd say you got to give it a try. There are different grades of essential oils. This is something we need to be aware of. So not everything that has a label of essential oil is an essential oil. And I say that with almost some hesitation because there's going to be some controversy on this. But according to the FDA, you only need to have 13% of the bottle of actual essential oil for you to call it 100% essential oil, which can cause us some problems. So how do we know if what we're getting is actually 100% essential oils? We're going to talk about that in just a moment about how Young Living does that. But you could have 13% lavender, and then the rest of it could be coconut oil, or the rest of it could be isopropyl alcohol, or whatever that else is put in there. So there are different grades and there are different ways of producing 100% essential oil. But you need to look at your labels, look at what they say, and it says, does it say 100% essential oil? And then list only the oil as the ingredient. If it says, you know, this and that and this and that, and then there's like all these other ingredients, that's not an actual 100% essential oil. So there are 4 different grades in which we can go by. Floral water is the lowest grade. That is something that you would just use for smelling in general. Like that was like not quite perfumes, but like car smells is what you would use in Class D. Class C is perfumes. Class B is food grades, chemicals that we use to for pesticides and fertilize, carrier oils, things like that. But grade A is what we're looking at. Made up from organically grown plants and distilled at low temperatures. And low temperatures is a very key component to this because essential oils are very, very sensitive. They are the lifeblood of the plant. And so you need to treat them with care. And so through the distilling process, you can't rush it, and it has to be done in a very, very specific way in order to produce the therapeutic grade essential oils. And that's something that you need to be looking for in a company that is going to be producing your essential oils, because you only want the best. I don't want to be putting floral water on my chest hoping that it's going to support my lungs, because it's not. It's just not. You need grade A therapeutic 100% essential oils to support your bodily systems in a good way. So Young Living has done this through a program that they called Seed to Seal. So there is the problem of how do you control the process of acquiring our essential oils. And so the Seed to Seal process is the answer for the Young Living company. They control everything from the farm, the planting of the plant, the cultivation of the plant, the distillation, the testing, the scientific testing to make sure what they are producing over and over and over again meets their standards of what they call 100% essential oil, all the way to packaging and delivery. Young Living owns that entire process. They own many, many farms. They also do some partnership farms, but they own everything along the way. And so they know that what they say is true to be. They don't just say, hey, give us your plants, give us your essential oil extract, and then we'll bottle it for you. They control the entire process. They decided to make that a company business model in saying, we want to have integrity when we say this. So all of their farms, they are hand weeded. They're non-pesticides, non-chemical ways of farming. They are harvested at the peaks of the plant's essential oils production process. Every plant has a season and a particular time to be harvested, and they're out there when it's time to harvest. They are out there every single hour testing, saying, okay, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? To when it is time, they harvest that plant so that they can get the best possible, highest grade essential oils from that plant as possible. And so, like I said, Young Living controls that entire process through a system they call Seed to Seal. I love seed to sale. It's a great thing. So why do some companies sell their oils at different prices? This is the question that I had as I was looking at the business at Young Living and saying, okay, why would I pay 20 bucks, $25 for lavender when I can go to the local store and there's a lavender essential oil on the shelf there for $4.50? It's because what we talked about is the standard for which you consider 100% essential oil. You can be a diluted formula. You can be getting 87% non-essential oil in that bottle and it still be called 100% essential oil. So the reasons that you see different prices for different essential oils that are all called the same thing, lavender, lemon, those things, frankincense, myrrh, all those other wonderful essential oils, is because not everybody does things a certain way. There's very little margin in essential oils if you do it in a certain way. And the reason for that is because farms cost a heck of a lot of money. The distillation process costs a lot of money. The importing and exporting business is very expensive. So know what you're buying. Know what you're getting your hands on. Know what you're putting in, on, and around yourself because it matters. I think it matters. I don't want to just go and buy something and then start putting it all over my body and be like, is that okay? And wonder if that's hurting me in some way or hurting me later. There's so many things that we just don't know about certain chemicals. And later we find out there's this side effect and that side effect. And I don't want to deal with any of these things. And that is the reason why I have personally chosen to go with the Young Living line of essential oils, because from what I've participated with, what I've read about and researched, who the people I've talked to, the conferences that I've been to, the business personnel that I've been able to interact with, they, to me, seem to be like the best fit for me because I trust what they have to say. I have seen the process. I have seen some of the things that they've done behind the scenes. I got friends and family that have been to the farms all over the world. It's pretty cool and amazing. And I can say with confidence that I know that this is a 100% essential oil, and therefore I support that product. So the essential oils and how they are made, it's a great deal of work. We know that it takes a lot of plant material, of trees, of blossoms, and stuff like that to make essential oil. Because it's the lifeblood of the plant, there's very little of it that you get from any one thing. So like I said right here, 60,000 rose blossoms will provide only 1 ounce of rose oil. Now, if you've been to my website and you've seen the Young Living Essential Oil Rose, you know that is a very expensive essential oil. It's over $200 for, I believe, a 5 milliliter bottle of essential oil. And that's the reason because 60,000 rose blossoms is what it takes to create 1 ounce. 1 ounce. I mean, this is almost more expensive than gold. Almost. More expensive than silver, but maybe not gold. Lavender, 220 pounds of lavender plants to produce only 7 pounds of oil. And so what we know is that essential oils are extremely concentrated because you're taking all of that material and you're distilling it down into very small amounts of essential oil. Sandalwood trees need only 30 years old and older, 30 feet tall. They have very, very specific guidelines to how they're going to harvest, what they are going to harvest, when they're going to plant and reproduce again. And so Young Living has gone through this whole system. They've created the system for them and said, this is the standard. We will not violate this because it's important for us to produce the same quality over and over again. So like I said, a little bit of oil goes a long way. It's extremely concentrated. Now, sometimes the question I get is, wow, those little things are super expensive. And that surprises me when most of the time we say that, because if I'm going to go and get the best of the best in a product line, it's going to cost me some money. A Honda Civic does not cost the same as a Rolls-Royce. And in my opinion, this is the Rolls-Royce of essential oils. Now, even in that, we see some extremely high priced essential oils because of how few plants or trees are out there. I understand that, but most essential oils cost between $10 and $30. And if you are a distributor, a member of Young Living, there's some amazing benefits that we call essential rewards, and you can get things for 24% off retail. You can get a wholesale pricing, and it's pretty awesome. And we'll talk about that at the end. But most essential oils are between $10 and $30. And so start off with what you can afford. Start off with a cheap oil. And if it's important, you'll find a way. So there are two different sizes of essential oil that Young Living sells. They sell a 5 milliliter bottle and a 15 milliliter bottle. Sometimes they sell them they have two different labels. We have a white label and we have a yellow label. According to the FDA, that you cannot have an aromatic and a topical essential oil that's also for internal use. They have to be separated. And so we have what's called the Essential Oil Young Living Vitality line, which are all the white labels, which are certified approved for internal consumption. They have, like I said, the different sizes. You get about between 45 and 90 applications, about 90 drops from a 5 milliliter bottle, which if I take 2 drops a day, that's going to last me a few days. Okay, if I'm extremely in need of the essential oil and I'm using it 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day, it's still going to last me quite a bit of time for the money. Now, if I go to the 15 milliliter bottle, there's about 250 drops in there, depending on what the essential oil is, because some are a lot more viscous than others. And so we just need to be aware of that. They're really not that expensive. And if you want the best, I want to pay for the best. I don't want this to actually cost me $2, because then I would be questioning, how in the world are they making money? How in the world are they able to keep up standards at the farms and the different places like that if it's only going to cost them $3? So be aware of that there are different costs for things, and the essential oils are a part of that process, but they're not outrageous. Keep that in mind. Are they safe? That is the question. Are they safe? We see the articles, we only generally see things that we are afraid of, or we see the things that become popular, which, there's no such thing as good news on the news. Like, you see this on the internet, you see this on YouTube, you see this on, traditional TV networks, is they're not producing anything good. And so when essential oils make headlines, it's always about bad things. You see things about lavender, you see things about frankincense, and it's like all bad, 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 bad. If you actually go into the details, I have yet to find where someone is taking a 100% essential oil in a safe, reasonable fashion. And I say reasonable because there was some lavender studies out there where this person consumed many, many, many ounces of lavender all at the same time in one particular application use, and there was a reaction in that instance. But if you use the essential oil in a way it was intended, or a proper use, you're not going to experience problems because they're 100% natural and 100% safe to use. We just need to know some things about it. So certain essential oils, a lot of the citrus essential oils, like I got lemon right here, are photosensitive. And so if you think about it, what is happening to plants? How do they get energy? They photosynthesize. So an essential oil is the lifeblood of a plant, so therefore it's going to do what it was designed and created to do. It's going to photosynthesize. So if you take an essential oil topically on your skin, if I spread lemon all over my face and like, oh my goodness, I want to smell like fresh in summer, and then I go outside in the sunshine, it's going to begin to photosynthesize on my face and I will get burned, okay? So you need to be aware of this. Any sensitive oil, you need to not have it exposed to sunlight. It's just common sense. It's just something you need to be aware of. Dilute essential oils for kids. You don't want to put certain essential oils on your children at full concentration. Even for yourself, if you're a more sensitive person, I would say try every essential oil with first a carrier oil. Now, carrier oil is a fatty acid oil that can be vegetable oil, that can be olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, anything like that, if you mix it in your hand with the essential oil, will dilute it. It will separate out those molecules so they're not so concentrated. They will still produce the same effects as if you took it without the carrier oil, but it's a much safer way for you to consume it, especially if you're just trying something out. Something that I do personally, if I'm trying out the essential oil for the very first time, is I'll put it on my skin in a very singular, isolated location, because I don't want to just lather something all over my body and say, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I want to be smart about it. So if you're going to put essential oils, especially on your face or something like that, it could get in your eyes. Just be careful, be careful, be careful. And remember, we said it's a hydrophilic oil. It's oil. And so oil and water don't mix. So don't take your water and be scrubbing out your eyes if you get it in your eyes. Take a carrier oil, olive oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, and rub it around your eyes, and it will dilute that essential oil to a bearable level. It's not going to harm you or kill your vision or anything like that. Just be smart and intelligent about it. If you're going to use a new cleanser or a new shampoo or a new toothpaste, I mean, I would do this anything chemically based, you should be careful with, because your body is chemistry, and so it's going to react in a certain way, and that's going to be positive or negative. So some of the essential oils that I like to start with, in Young Living, we have different kits and different kit options to say, hey, if you are interested in getting started with essential oils and learning about them, try this, and you can get an entire kit with 11 essential oils for $160. It's really, really cheap for what you're getting. But if you're going to try some singles, you can check out my website, and you can purchase singles from there. But you can get frankincense, which is kind of like the Swiss Army knife, the go-to all for essential oils. It supports burns and cuts, and it's a sleep aid, and it promotes healthy skin. It's great for your skin for moisturizing and stuff like that. Mix it in with some moisturizer, and it's just good for your face and for your skin overall. Peppermint, it supports your gastrointestinal systems. It literally opens up your blood vessels. It reacts with your cells in your body and opens up your blood vessels. I can go really sciencey nut on you for a second and say terpenes are the organic compounds. Essential oils are made up of terpenes. And so look up terpenes and how they look, how they are essential oils and how they react. Terpenes, they bond to cells and they influence them. And so essential oils are terpenes. And so when your cell is, it's got certain receptors and inside it and outside it, and the essential oil has certain receptors and they will bond to each other in a certain way. Depending on how they bond will determine how they react in your body. Will they produce hormones? Will it cause your body to produce hormones or certain chemicals for emotions, or promote it in this way or that? So when you add peppermint to your body, it supports your health, and it literally opens up your blood vessels and can help with the relief of headaches, which is incredible. It's fantastic. It's awesome. Lavender promotes the sense of calming. It can be very peaceful when you smell lavender. I don't know if you've ever gone to a lavender farm or just smelled lavender plants or anything like that. It's very calming, and they can support the feelings of relaxation because they're hitting those neuroreceptors in your brain. They're saying, oh, I'm okay, I'm relaxed, it's a good day. You can also support stings and bites and can support the relief in that process. Lemon, like I said, I use lemon in my water all the time. I use the lemon vitality in my water all the time because lemon promotes the red blood cell generation and supports your immune system. Supports your immune system. And so you have acid in your stomach, in your gut, and there's a pH level associated with that. And lemon can help support the balancing of that acidic level in your body. And so I love lemon. I always carry lemon or lime in my pocket because I add it to my water all the time. I don't recommend you taking it straight on your tongue unless you're just a boss, because it will be super concentrated and burn. And like I said, only if you're a boss. Thieves helps the support of your respiratory systems, overall wellness. Thieves is a great cleaner. We also have a whole cleaning line to get rid of germs and bacteria and all of those things. Thieves is like, if you're going to get 2 essential oils, get frankincense, get thieves, because they are the best, in my opinion. Stress away. Who's not stressed in some way in this world because of jobs or life or whatever we might have going on? Stress away is a compound that supports the emotions, the feelings, the release of getting rid of stress. There's a chemical aspect to this of cortisol and how it all breaks down, but that's for another class, and we can go into that at another time. So you'll have to be looking for that. But stress away hits those neuroreceptors in our body, and it causes us to feel feelings of everything's going to be okay. It helps with that release process. And so I highly recommend Stress Away, and that is the reason why Stress Away is included in any one of our kits by Young Living, because everybody just needs less stress in their life. Because stress is one of the major causes of disease, and it's major causes of fatigue in your body, and we just don't need any of that going on right here. And so Stress Away is where you want to go. Something that we haven't talked about yet, but I want to mention to you is Young Living has supplements that are infused with essential oils. If you're not all about the bandwagon of using the actual oils and like, I don't care how they smell, and I was there, believe me, I was there too. I was like, I don't want to smell like a floral shop. It sounds like, oh, it's just a woman thing, or whatever your connotation with essential oils are. I had them all, and I've been able to lay most of them to rest. I say most of them because I'm still learning and I'm still growing. But we have oil-infused supplements that I do personally take every single day, and I feel amazing because of it. Life 9 is a probiotic that is infused with essential oils, and it just does your body well. Start off right. Start off in a good place. Multigreens, I know every single day by me taking my multigreen supplements that I'm getting all of the green nutrition that I need every single day. That is a great starting point. And if you don't want to start with essential oils, start with essential oil infused supplements, because it's a good place to start. It's a good place to start your understanding of how they affect your body, how they make you feel. Do they promote good health in you? Does it make you feel any better? Because that's the real thing. If you don't think it works, if you don't believe in it, don't use it. I don't want to be a part of things I don't believe in, but this is something I do believe in. Other supplements, Super C, like everybody needs more vitamin C in your body. Powergize, if you just need more energy support, you need boosted levels of stamina and performance, like, oh my goodness, Powergize has taken me from like a pretty good level. I mean, I'm 25. I should have a pretty high level of stamina and stuff like that. But this took me to the entirely next level, and I'm like so encouraged and amazed by that. Those 2 supplements lead into the next supplement, which, if you're going to do 2 essential oils, remember that's thieves and frankincense. If you're going to do 1 supplement, you need to do this bad boy right here. This is Ninja Red. It's called the Boss Red drink. The Boss Red drink is a macronutritional supplement, and it helps remove free radicals in your body. So all of your cells are like little engines, and so they're producing exhaust, and that's called free radicals. And we need a substance, a chemical, a molecule to get rid of those free radicals in our bodies, and those are called antioxidants, getting rid of the oxidants in our body. You don't want oxidants. You don't want free radicals in your body to a certain level. And so a macronutritional supplement like Ninja Red, it's a liquid, it's a juice, you take about 2 ounces a day, is perfect for that because it's one of the highest containing superfruits of antioxidants known to man. One of the cool things about it, and the way I explain it is, if you have a fire and you were to take specific compounds like oxygen and hydrogen, and you were to throw oxygen on a fire, what would happen? It would explode. If you were to take oxygen and throw it, or hydrogen and oxygen, I don't remember which one I said. But if you take any one of those single compounds and you were to throw it on a fire, it would explode. That is what targeted nutrition does. But a macronutritional supplement, if you take hydrogen and oxygen at the right levels, that's water. You're going to put out that fire. How cool and amazing is that? And so I look for complex macronutritional supplements to add to my body to help support all the systems that's going on right here. And so Ninja Red is an amazing product to do that with. Another product that I use, just as I mentioned, Ninja Zing. I was getting away from drinking sodas and energy drinks or even coffee. If you need something, a pick-me-up, a natural infused essential oil, all these products are infused with essential oils, and Ninja Zing is like the pop can of the essential oils realm. It's got Ninja Red in it. It's got some natural sugar and caffeine distilled from white tea. It's a natural caffeine. It provides a balanced boost of energy without that huge boo crash. And so I take Ninja Zing as a drink throughout the day if I so want to. I even create a drink that I call the Bomb, which I add a couple of drops of Vitality essential oils like lemon or lime or something like that. I take Ninja Red and Ninja Zing, mix it all together. I throw in what's called the Ninja Nitro, which is like a shot of Ninja Red, and boom, I got the Bomb, and I am ready to go for the day. So all that to say, I think you should try some Young Living essential oils. There are many different ways to get started. You need to check out my website. There'll be a link that you can take a picture of here at the end. But start off with a supplements kit like Ninja Red, or start off with the premium starter kit with 11 essential oils to start your journey in your understanding of how essential oils can help and support your body in the ways in which you need. I think this has been such an amazing journey for myself. I've learned so much about chemistry, about my own body, how I react, what I can do about things. I'm not just a victim of my own chemistry. I am able to balance, manipulate, change, motivate everything. I can do these things through essential oils, and I'm super excited about that. I would love to share those with you by getting your kit, and then we can talk about it. We can explore this journey together. So you'll want to grab a kit. There's many different kits to choose from. Go to my website and just start off with one. Even if you just buy one, I want to see you do well. I want to see you live in a healthy manner. I think it's incredible. It's a fantastic opportunity. I'm doing a whole nother section, a whole nother class on the business component of the Young Living essential oils. By sharing, by what we're passionate about, by what I care about, you can get compensated for that. But I would say if you're looking for a solution or a possible solution for living in a better way, to support some of those systems that are kind of under the weather, to up your frequency, to biohack your body, try it. Try Young Living essential oils and see what it will turn out to be for you. So here are the links. Check out my Instagram. I am documenting this entire journey of how I'm learning about business and entrepreneurship, about network marketing, about Young Living essential oils. Check out my YouTube channels. I've got my own personal YouTube channel, Phil Jonathan Wilms. I got our group channel, The Wellness Agenda. Check them out. Watch these videos. These classes will eventually be posted online to rewatch so that we can create duplication, we can create recruitment, and the expansion of knowledge and education. That is what I really, really want to convey to you, is I want to see you do well. I want to see you grow in your understanding of essential oils. So I want to thank you so much for being a part of this group, for being a part of this class. If you have any questions, put them in Facebook, put them in my email, or send me a message through Instagram. thewellnessagenda@gmail.com is my direct email address. I try and answer everything that comes my way. And let me know, what do you learn, or a question that you might have, or what's the next step? Because I'm in this just like you, trying to learn as much as I can about how I can live a bigger, better, more fulfilled life every single step of the way. And one of the things that I found out is essential oils is a great way, a great starter place for this. So I'd love to see you join me in this process. Like I said, if you have questions, please ask me. Thank you for joining in tonight. I am super excited that you were here, you participated. Be looking for more classes. I believe we're doing a fitness and wellness class tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. And we're just going to keep diving in further and further and further into understanding of what is going on with our bodies, how can we support our health systems, and how we can live the best possible lives that are available to us. So I hope you have your wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in, and let's make a good go of it, all right? Take care.